What if I was to tell you there is a tool that you can use that is free, easy to use, and highly effective at showing you exactly where the support and resistances are on a chart? It's extremely easy to use, and I use it all the time in my own analysis. There are traders throughout the world that do the exact same. So this tool is called the Fibonacci Retracement, and I'm about to blow your mind with a ton of examples and teach you exactly how to use this and add it to your own charts. Go ahead and like and subscribe this video, and we're going to dive right in. Now, this is a fresh chart, as you guys can see, and as we probably know, markets don't just move straight up or straight down. They have a series of impulses and corrections, right? So you're going to have an impulse up, and you're going to have a correction back down, right? Now, whenever you have a correction, though, where is this going to drop to? This is where we can use our Fibonacci retracement tool to really try to understand what's going on. So if you go to the Fibonacci retracement and you annotate it from here up here, it gives you a list of numbers. These numbers are optimal areas where this price is going to drop to. Okay, so in a healthy market, you're either going to drop to the 236, the 382, the 0.5, the 618, 702, or 786. These are the most optimal levels where you should take a lot of interest in knowing where it's going to get to. Now, the most important level, and the one that I really want you guys to focus on, is right here. This is the 0.618, okay? The 0.618. This is also called the golden pocket. Now, some people make the golden pocket as this zone right here from the 618 to the 65. However, recently, I've actually started expanding my own golden pocket way down here to the 702. Anytime I get a retracement down to this level, I am extremely interested to see if it is going to have a healthy reaction and bump to the upside. Okay, so you have a clear uptrend and a retracement down to the golden pocket region. This to me is an opportunity for me to look at this chart and see if I want to purchase. And a lot of times I will go ahead and throw a little position in there because I know this is a highly a statistically high probability of an area that we are going to have a bullish reaction from. Now, what do these numbers mean though, right? So the 236 means that it is a 23.6% correction. Okay, so you have the entire structure right here. 23.6% of this movement from the very top, drop to the bottom. Oh, it's not going to work like that because it didn't start from the very bottom. But it's going to be a 23.6% correction of this entire structure right here. This means it's a 38.2% drop from this entire structure here. Right here, this means it is exactly halfway. Right here is the halfway point between this entire structure right here. And this right here is the 0.618 or 61.8% of the entire structure. Now, why is Fibonacci so important? Well, it's found all throughout nature, and it's very important in mathematics and a lot of other things. If you really, really want to dive into the importance of Fibonacci and why it is so significant, I would definitely recommend other videos and people to talk to because I most certainly am not a mathematician or someone who studies biology and all that other craziness. But understand, in the trading world, this is actually extremely, extremely important. Now, so you have a retracement drop into a position. Now, we also do the opposite direction. So let's go ahead and do the other way. Let's say we're looking at a downtrend. Okay, we have a massive drop. Okay, you can also, where is this retracement going to be? Okay, so you guys may have heard of the terminology, a dead cat bounce. Okay, what that means is even a cat that is dead will still bounce if you throw it on the ground hard enough. So if you have a massive, massive drop, you're still going to get some sort of a drop or some sort of a retracement, okay, before a continuation back to the downside. That's usually what happens. Now, the question is, where is this retracement going to get to? Well, you do the exact same thing. Now, you're going to start from the top of the impulse to the bottom of the impulse. So from the top down to the bottom, and you once again have your Fibonacci retracement made. So this is 23.6% of the drop right here, 38.2% of the drop, 61.8% of the drop, and of course you have 78.6% of the drop. Now, on a retracement, so the primary two levels I really want you guys to pay attention to are right here, the 382 and the 618. Those are the two primary levels where we're going to get the most reaction off of in a healthy market. So it can come up to here and then continue back down, or it can come up to here, continue back down. Now, obviously, there may be a ton of other reasons as to why it doesn't get to either one of these positions, and this is just one of those things that you can look at to try to put in your own analysis. So let's say there's a massive weekly breaker right here, which we talked about before. It may not get all the way to the 618 because you have this massive breaker. Let's say you have a 200 moving average down here. It may stop the 200 moving average instead. This is one of those things that you can add into your analysis. So on a drop, you're going to start from the top, work your way down, and if it is on a rise, you're going to start your correction from, or start your retracement from here and work your way up. Okay, so you start from the beginning of the impulse down to the bottom of the impulse when you're doing these retracements. Now, there's another thing as well. It's called extensions. I'm not going to cover this in this video. Just understand that's another way to find price targets. Let's see. Outside of that, let's go ahead and show you some examples of how incredibly powerful these tools are. And I've went through and I found a lot of examples. We're going to go through here, and I'm just going to really blow your mind over the next couple of minutes just going through all these. So for the impulse down, right? And what that means is you have an impulse down. You're looking for your correction back to the upside. I'm going to show you a few examples. So these are ones that came up and hit the 618 or the 702 exactly. Now let's go to Bitcoin, and there's a ton of examples on Bitcoin. We're actually on the Bitcoin chart now. Made it really, really easy. Well, the first thing that we're going to look at is going to be right here. From the very top up here to the bottom of this correction. Okay, we came up here and tagged the 702. Let's first start, right? You guys can see from here down here, we had a massive drop from 20,000 all the way to 10,000. But we came up here and did our dead cat bounce all the way to the 702 before our correction or continuation downward, right? So this just goes to show you that even though, right, like I was telling you with the dead cat bounce, if you throw a cat that's dead down hard enough, it's still going to have a big bounce for a continuation downwards, all right? This is the retracement for this massive drop, and you can see how that works. Now, the next we're going to look at, let's go to a 3-day chart. We have this, same exact thing. We have this massive impulse to the downside. Go there, back to the downside. Okay, all the way down to 3,000. Well, you have this drop. Where was the retracement? Right here, 0.618. This is the golden pocket region that we talked about before, right? One more example. So over here, I already drew it out for us. I'm going to go ahead and redraw it out. So we have, once again, the massive drop down from 65,000. Well, from here down to here, look where it retraced to. 702, my golden pocket region once again, right? All right, awesome. Well, now we have this region, okay? From up here down to here. Where do you think it retraced to? Let me go ahead and correct this real quick. Move it back to where it needs to be. There we go. Look. Golden pocket region once again, okay? Now, obviously, we don't know if this is the correction, but if you guys have been following this channel, I have mentioned many, many, many times how important this golden pocket retracement was. So on the Bitcoin chart, I've shown you 4 high time frame levels that demonstrate how important this level is. But it doesn't just work on Bitcoin. We're going to go to some other charts as well. Next one is going to be BNB. As you can see, you go from the very, very top up here down to the very bottom. Where do you think it retraced to? Golden pocket. Okay, you guys see that? Pretty incredible. Next one I'll show you guys will be XRP. Let's see. From the very top up here down to the bottom, retracement, 61.8% retracement. Tap the golden pocket. What happened? Rejection. Interesting, right? Very interesting. Rune BTC, very similar situation. We have a massive, massive drop right here on the BTC pairing. Drop down here, rejected. Where did we find our resistance? Right here at the 0.618 retracement level. Interesting, right? Awesome. Solana, another great example. Right over here. From right here down to the bottom, where did it retrace to? 0.618 golden pocket region. Now, if you go to a lower time frame, you can see it came back up to the golden pocket region. And once we got above the golden pocket, what happened? Explosively moved to the upside, because this golden pocket region is a massive resistance level. And once we get above this resistance level, the price accelerates to the upside. And that's one reason why I've talked about so many times, if we get above this massive level, we get above here, I think we're going to accelerate very rapidly. I've talked about that in many one of my videos. So this area is acting as a major resistance, but once we get above this level, it's going to accelerate very rapidly. But right now, or at this point right here, we were at the golden pocket region. Until we got above it, we had to use caution in the market. So I'm hoping we get back above here, but like I've mentioned, this is a very important resistance level, and until we get above there, we have to use caution. All right, now the next one to go over is XTZ, Tezos. Same situation. Go from the very top down to the very bottom. Retracement, where did it retrace to? Golden ratio, right? Reverse down, tap way down low. However, what happened here? Came back up to it, had some resistance, and once we got above it, what's happened? We've accelerated very rapidly to the upside. So now that we are above the golden pocket on Tezos, what should happen? Let's go back to Sol. What happened here? Once we got above the golden pocket region, what happened? Exactly, see? Because the golden pocket retracement zone is such an important level. All right, now I think that gives you guys a really good idea, showing you guys the power of an impulse down and how to do retracements or that. But it also works the opposite direction as well. And what I mean is, if you have an impulse to the upside. So let me fix that real quick. There you go. So you come up here and you have your retracement down here, right? Where is this retracement going to get to? So let me remind you once again, you start from the very bottom of the impulse, top of the impulse. Now you have this Fibonacci retracement zone. And like I was saying, just like before, you want to try to get it in here, the golden pocket, 618 to 702. So if you get that, this to me is an instant opportunity to purchase. Okay, that's me. That's me. I cannot give you financial advice, obviously. I'm not a financial advisor, but personally, I'll go ahead and take a shot if I ever get a retracement with a very clear impulse down to the 618 to 702. So let's go ahead and show you guys some examples of how that works. First one I'm going to show you is going to be on the total 2 chart. This is the entire altcoin market and the entire altcoin market based upon market cap. Well, let's go ahead and go to a 3-day, make it a little cleaner. All right, perfect. So we're going to go from the very bottom to the very top. Okay, so as you guys can see, the 236 is right here, the 618 to 702, the golden pockets right here. Where do you think the price bounced from? 618, right here. Tagged it, they started the upside. Perfect, right? You guys can see, tap the golden pocket and have bounced very strongly to the upside. We haven't broken the price discovery mode, but it's doing very strong, and this bounce happened because of the golden pocket retracement. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is amazing, isn't it? Next one I'm going to show you guys is going to be alchemy, okay? And if you were in alchemy, I was talking about how I was wanting to get into this move. This was the one I really wanted to get into in the golden pocket. And it kept missing my opportunity. But just to give you an idea, you have this massive, very clear impulse, high volume, very clear impulse. So what happened? It retraced down. Where did it retrace down to? Golden pocket zone. And even then, we have a second opportunity to buy in the golden pocket right now today on the Bitcoin pairing. Fantastic. Now, not just is it in the golden pocket right now on the Bitcoin pairing. If you go to the US dollar pairing, oh, wrong one. I need to go to the other one. My bad on that. Alchemy, ACH. There we go. I need more price action. There it is. Okay, so from the very bottom to the very top, retrace it all the way down. Where did it dump into? golden pocket, 618 to 702, came back up, and now once again, we're back in the golden pocket. We're starting to lift up from it again. Is this a good opportunity to buy Alchemy? Based upon just this one indicator and nothing else, yes, right? Next example, we're going to go over here into RLC. Okay, and I actually posted this one yesterday in the Discord server. So if you're not in the Discord server, you're really, really missing out. So yeah, make sure you guys are in the Discord real quick. It's in the description below. It's going to give you a ton of information. One of the things I posted yesterday is I said that RLC was one of the ones that I was getting into. Why? Because we had these Fibonacci retracements, right? And RLC is already up 7% today. Do you think it might have to do with the Fibonacci retracements? I don't know, but maybe, right? So from right here at $2.07 to $5.79, it dipped right here. And where did it dip into? Golden pocket. Interesting, right? There we go. We had a retracement right into the golden pocket, and we have now accelerated the upside and had a pretty nice movement. Very, very good. And on the BTC pairing, what do you think happened again? Okay, came down here to the upside, dropped down into what? My golden pocket zone. Crazy, right? All right, can you guys do this? Is this something that you guys can input into your own analysis? I mean, it doesn't seem like it's very hard, right? And it does have a pretty high level of success. All right, this one, request network, okay? From the very bottom to the very top, we had a drop. Where did it drop to? Right there. Crazy, guys. I'm telling you, it's insane. Now, request network on the BTC pairing. Where did it drop into? From here to here, drop down right into our golden pocket zone. And the last one I'm going to show you guys is called Cody. I got to find it. C-O-T-I. All right, C-O-T-I. Guess what it was. Yep, there it is. So very top, very bottom, fell down, golden pocket, right? And on here, quite certain the exact same thing on the USD pairing. And you guys can see once it came down there, we had a very nice reaction. Oops, let me fix that real quick. There you go, golden pocket tap. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is cheating. It doesn't always work, but it's one way of having one indicator telling you that. So, like for instance, on this one, when it came down here, we knew it was the golden pocket zone, but we also knew that we had this major breaker here. And this looks like it was a breaker on the weekly, monthly, 3-day. Not sure what level it was. I'm assuming a daily. There it is, a daily breaker, right? So because we had the daily breaker, because we're in the golden pocket, this was a great opportunity for us to purchase. And not only that, look what else we had here. The 200 moving average. So between the daily breaker, the 200 moving average, and falling into our golden pocket zone, this was a tremendous opportunity to buy some Cody at this point. All right. And that's how it works, guys. You don't just want to look at one indicator. You want to look at many and see if you have confluence, right? Multiple indicators all telling the same thing. And if you get that, that's a really, really great opportunity. Now, I showed you guys this altcoin analysis, and I told you guys how we have all these different charts that I go through, including all the H-bar plays and giving you guys all the information on it. However, you're not going to be able to see quite a bit of that unless you are a Patreon member, okay? So if you are a Patreon member, you're going to be able to get all this information, okay? Go over here to the public page. On here, you can see it's only $40 a month, and I assure you, you guys are getting a ridiculous amount of content and getting access to all of my alerts and all my altcoin analysis, all right? So I think if you're watching this video, if you're on this channel, you know the amount of value that I give to you guys, and I'm on this Discord all the time. You're missing out on a lot of information. So outside of that, I'm going to let you guys go. If you have any questions, like always, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces, boys.